cold out here. Crypto winter.
Chill. Little chill.
So I thought it would be a perfect day to talk about a portfolio tracker. We can look at the real results of crypto winter
Ooh,
and also
okay.
learn about this amazing new app started in October of 2021. It's called Floor. We can all cry together about what's happening. Let's get into it. We're going to talk about Floor app, which is a portfolio tracker for your NFTs. I'm going to go through background on the app. We're going to walk through the app. We're going to look at some recent really exciting news about the app. I'm going to break down how you can buy a token NFT for Floor so that you can get access to this app because it is still in beta, and also
Nice.
what you get as a holder of one of the Floor tokens. And then I'm also going to get a little bit nerdy and talk about how I personally think that they are revolutionizing UX design for mobile applications and Web3 in general. It's really cool, really nifty. And definitely stick around to the end of the video because that's the part where I'm going to show you how some of the hottest NFT alpha is coming out of Floor app. And I also have a little bit of a bonus round at the end to tip you guys off of some like cool places to learn some things besides our channel. But that being said, if you do like it here and you like learning about NFTs and Web3 in the digital art world, do subscribe. We did recently lose all of our subscribers due
Every
to a
single
fiasco. So if you were previously subscribed like over a week ago, you'll have to resubscribe. And again, hit the like button. It helps us out. It's free. NFTs aren't free, but the like button is. This is their website. It is floornfts.io. You'll see on this site link to the Discord and to their Twitter. I also have those links down below if you need to get to this site. A little background on the app. They launched in October of 2021. So this is a very new app. It is currently only available on iOS, but they are working on an Android version. The Android version, we're not sure exact date of when it's going to be released, but if you go on their website, you can scroll down to the bottom here, and they do have this sign-up form to get early access. I would highly recommend getting on that list if you're an Android user. This is the first token-gated app. So what does that mean? You have to buy an NFT in order to access the beta of this app. And we'll get into some of the perks from the business side of doing that later. I do want to talk about that for anybody out there who is building and not just buying. This is one of the first like app development projects that I bought an NFT for. And I think I just got really lucky with what I picked out because I have been watching in silence what they are doing and how they are operating. And I think it is brilliant. So chef's kiss to Floor and their whole crew. So right now, if you want to get access to it, you will have to go on OpenSea to buy one of 3 different types of tokens, depending on what type of features you want out of Floor app at this point. There are some like bonus features if you buy one of the different tokens. We'll get into that later. I'll walk everybody through how to do that. But if you aren't interested in actually buying one of the Floor NFT tokens at this point, you can right now on their website get onto the wait list for when they do release the app and it's out of beta.
Oh, interesting.
Again, I would recommend putting your email in here because I think this is a real hot app. I do. Let's switch to actually going through the app. Have you seen it, Queen of Degens, or no?
Not really. I know that you shared it with me a while ago, but that's about it.
All right. So new to her, Queen, ask me questions if you have them. Also, any of our viewers ask questions in the comment section. I'll do my best to respond to everyone. But yeah, let's actually look at the app. Warning, you are going to see my actual assets in here. So I am being brutally honest right now. And everybody is going to know just how big of a degen I truly am, which actually I think is like a mild degen. I don't think like I'm so bad.
Yeah.
It's all about how much you can stomach to lose or gain, right? No risk, no reward,
Yeah.
no stupidity, no loss. Whatever your philosophy is, let's take a look. First, look at the app. So I got my phone up here. And this is live. We're looking at my iPhone, the Floor app open on iOS 11. 11 Pro. You can see right now, 1-day portfolio, I'm down 4%. Let's look at the 30-day. Do you want to know? I guess wait, of course everybody wants to know. I don't even know why I'm saying that. You want to see just how bad it is? Do you have an estimate of like how bad you think I'm down from the previous week's crypto winter fiasco.
30%.
30%. Okay, 30 days. Let's take a look. Actually, I'm not sure I even know. I've not been looking. Oh, not too far off. 28.8%. Ouch, that hurts, doesn't it? So yeah, you can drag your finger along. You can't see me touching, but I am touching the screen here. You can see where I was a month ago and where we're at now. They do say on their website right now, I don't know if these stats are up to date, but the average user right now of Floor does open the app 12 times per day on average. And I would say for
Interesting.
me, that's accurate. I open this a lot. I think that this is like the needed app. It's really hard to track your portfolio on OpenSea, which I think is where most big NFT investors are going. If there is like another thing out there that I don't know of, please do inform me. But I way prefer looking at this Floor app than I do going into OpenSea to see like where everything is day by day in my portfolio. So you can see all of my assets listed out here. I've got some really great buys in here, like Crypto Sheebs, which is now worth 0. It's 0.0001 or something, but I guess they don't have that many decimal places available in the app, so it just shows 0. But yeah, I'll just take you through a little bit how this works. So I'm opening the Hamburger menu here, and you can see what token I have up in the top. And you can put in here whatever address you want. So this is cool because I could technically spy on other people's portfolios since everything is open on the blockchain. But right now I have my 2 different ETH addresses in here. And another really cool feature of this is this gas price alert. So I usually come in here and try to like type in like 20, and then, it'll tell me for 24 hours when ETH drops below 20 in a push notification, which I have definitely used to my advantage because who wants to sit and wait for that to happen all day long? Yeah, looking through most of these, let's look at Art of Seasons. So most of the different NFTs that you're going to look at in here have the same UI at this point. So I can see in here how many items I have out of this collection. 2. I can see the floor price currently on OpenSea. I can see the total floor. That means how much my assets are worth total from just the floor price alone. So that does not account for at this point. If I have something rarer, it might be worth more. That's not factored into that. It's just straight floor. If I were going to sell these right now, that's how much I would get for them. I can see how much movement has happened for the day. So I'm down 8.8%. Yeah, so I can also see, this is really cool, this tab at the bottom, the live feed without having to go onto an
That's nice.
exchange. Yeah, really nice. This is live and in real time, so I can see what's going on in the market, when the last sales were, what's going on. Back to assets. So one thing I do really like about this is in the upper right-hand corner, there's that share looking button. If I click on that, so you can open and browser your MetaMask directly to this page, so you don't have to go through OpenSea, or you can go to OpenSea from here as well. If you're looking to do a quick buy either from your web browser on your phone on OpenSea or inside of MetaMask, you can do that from in here, and you can also open their Discord from inside of the app. So I think that feature is pretty convenient and rad, and I use this a lot.
I was just going to ask what that share button did. I think overall, this is a really feature robust and dynamic app. I'm pretty impressed with how quickly things are loading because I've used Rotkey in the past, which is a desktop app, and it doesn't have the gas feature, and there's no way for me to really export, and it runs kind of laggy. So I'm pretty impressed by this. And I know they're still in beta, but do you have any sense of when they're going to actually leave beta?
I don't. I do think they're getting close though, because it is just getting better and better. And I agree with you. I think the team is super profesh. This app is loading like a dream. The UI is beautiful. The UX is wonderful. The whole thing, it is community built in the truest sense of the word, which I will again get into how they're doing that through Discord. Yeah. So again, 5 out of 5 stars for me in terms of app for Web3 and NFT space. I think this is phenomenal. There are more features here. If I click on one of my assets, I can go straight to it on OpenSea from here. I can see the rarity of traits from in here, and I can click through on these. Yeah. And see everything in this collection, how it's doing with that trait, which I think is a great feature. I really prefer this to browsing on OpenSea. I think this is
Totally.
just such a good UI. So yeah, if I want to look at the summer collection, I can see how everything's doing that has that trait as well. Awesome, right?
Yeah.
So convenient. Also, if you click on one of your items, you can go to the bottom bar, click on the History tab, see the buy and sell history of the item. ROI tab will also show you your purchase price versus the floor price. Pretty cool. So the thing that I really, really love about this is how they give special attention to NFT projects that they partner with. And in particular, they've been doing a experiment with Creeps NFT. And if you've seen our other video about Creeps, you really like that project. This is where I've discovered Creeps, is through Floor App. Like I said, they have great alpha in their Discord. If you think that Creeps is gonna make it, that is. I'm definitely super delusional and think it's gonna make it, but but it's not financial advice. I can't tell you what to do. Don't take my advice. Do your own research. So let's go into what they're doing for Creeps project, how they've made like a special UI just for this project.
Oh, nice.
It's themed for it, really cute. You can see I've got 6 items in here. So with the Creeps game in particular, they have NFTs that are subsets of the Genesis NFT. For example, the Creeps Armory. So this is like a separate collection that they're calling out here. So you can see my 11 armories. Again, same features up at the top. You can see the floor price, my total floor, my one-day results of movement, which
look at that Lumi.
leaves something to be desired. Okay, so this project does have an in-game token. Lumi is doing great in the crypto winter market. Yeah, it is what it is. Let's see what else. You can see my daily yield for Lumi, my current balance. I have no Lumi right now because everything is being converted into a different point system in the game called LamX, which is a whole other video. In fact, we have that whole other video. I'll link it down in the description box if you want to know more about this project. What else can I say about this? I think, this assets tab. I can see recent floor activity here. I can see all of my NFTs in the collection. And again, you can click through and see all the traits I have, just like the other one we looked at. And again, that live feed in here, which is super rad. So that is a walkthrough of the app at this point. I do want to talk for a second about some of the features coming soon because they are really exciting.
I was just going to ask him, like, I thought of a feature.
Oh, yeah. Part of what's cool is that if you have this app, you can give those suggestions. And if you own the NFT token, you can give those suggestions for what you're looking for in the Discord. So that's some of the things I've suggested are in the coming soon features. Let's just look at it. I'm not saying they're my ideas and only mine. I'm sure other people requested them as well.
But you're not saying they're not you're not
I'm not saying they're not my ideas. Up for debate. If we look at the Floor website and scroll down here, we can see we are going to have some real-time price alerts coming soon, which is something I am dying to have because I want to know how things are moving so I don't have to keep refreshing OpenSea's page. Push notifications, awesome, can't wait for it. And this is really cool. I can't wait to see this feature that they're working on. They're going to give buy recommendations, which it sounds a little risky to me, but I'm here for it. Why not? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Sounds cool. Can't wait I'm really curious to see how they're going to calculate these as well. I think it's going to be.
I was just going to say, they're going to have to definitely share and be transparent about that information in order for anybody to trust that feature.
They say a feature is going to signal which collections are good buys versus knowing when to sell. So that could be obviously very valuable if it is moderately accurate. Okay, so let's talk about where you can go buy these tokens right now.
Cool.
So they are all on OpenSea. There are 3 different tokens that you can buy. There's Gen 1 tokens, Gen 2, and Gen 3. So again, the links to these will be down below in the description box if you are interested in purchasing. I have been watching the floor of the floor app tokens for a while, and it is doing suspiciously well. I guess it's not that suspicious because I think the app is really good. But if you just look at the chart, it is a sneaky project, you guys. Like, this has a consistent market. It is one of the only charts you're going to see that is going up consistently. If I can get it to load here, let's see if I can get it to load on the Gen 2 tokens, of course. Well, yes. Okay. So see, consistently has interest, consistently going up. If I can get the all-time chart to load, that would be amazing to look at, to load over here. Now, you're just going to take my word for it and look it up yourself. But it has, again, I am way up from what I bought it at in terms of ETH. With the price of ETH dropping, I'm not sure, maybe it's even, but regardless, it has consistently been going up in Ethereum across all three tokens. The Gen 3 ones just recently sold out and minted out. It did take, it's been like a very slow, steady process is what I'm trying to say across everything. I think that's a bull sign for me. I like slow, steady progress and not pump and dumpster fun. But
is there a difference between what the tokens do, or is it just like a rollout?
There is. So let's chat about what you get with these different tokens. Okay, so this is coming from their Mint site. They don't have this information currently up on the website I showed earlier, their main website that I could find at least. If you find it on there, awesome. But this is currently on mint.floornfts.io. You can no longer mint. They are, again, all sold out, but this goes through what you get with these different tokens. And let's just walk through it now. So with any of them, you get the beta access to the app. And you're also able to, like I said before, contribute to the community and request features and stuff, which is really cool because if there's something in this app that you're like, oh, I wish it had this, you can talk directly to the designers and developers about it. You get entry into giveaways, and I do think that the giveaways inside of here are very good. Floor, from my experience, tries really hard to pick out good NFT projects that have legitimate tech teams behind them and artists behind them. I haven't seen them push any pump and dump projects that were huge red flags to me. So I like that. They also have a premium area inside of the Discord for the Floor team. So that's why I'm talking about that really good alpha. So even the people that are in this app's community tend to be pretty early adopters in the NFT space who really understand the scene. These were not cheap to buy up front. I think I originally spent 600 USD at the time for the tokens. So like, you wouldn't just be buying an app for that much unless you were pretty serious about the NFT space. So I do think that the people in the Discord are very knowledgeable, and I tend to prefer going in there sometimes to get news and information about what's going on in the market than getting on like Twitter per se, or even inside of the Discords for like different projects that are also being talked about inside of Floor, because it's just a better conversation happening. So, I mean, it's gold to me.
It seems like there would be less biasy as well having a conversation through their Discord.
It's very forward. So that's what you get with all of the tokens. So the differentiators. Okay, so the big thing is the entries to the whitelist that could potentially make you a ton of money. I know during the bull run that we were having, if you had gotten on the whitelist for some of these things, you could have made pretty extreme amounts of money. That is for what it's worth, pretty valuable. I think in a bear market, that sentiment's a bit different, but depending on if you think this bear market is going to last forever, just part of a cycle, make your own decision. So this stuff is going to stick around. There are also other new things they've announced that they're making available to token holders. We'll talk about that next. But yeah, for now, if you have a Generation 1 token, you'll get 6 entries into any of the giveaways that they're giving for limited mints. The Gen 2 gives you 2 entries, and the Gen 3 gives you 1 entry. And you'll find that the pricing on OpenSea tends to reflect this as well. Like usually Gen 2 is twice as much as Gen 3. They're like comparable to each entry being worth a certain amount of ETH. Big news that happened over the past 2 weeks. Some big stuff going on with this project.
Yeah.
So they have raised $8 million,
Ooh.
which is very nice. Very nice. But they have this article here on Mir all about it. Again, in the description box below, if you want to read through it. They're going to use this money to obviously make this app better and better, but they are sectioning off $1 million worth of the funds from this for something that they are calling, what is the name? Lyft. I know it's called Lyft, but where does it say Lyft on here? Anyway, so if you want to read through this thread about what Lyft is about, I also will have this linked down below. But if you are a token holder, they are, again, sharing that $1 million with their token holders in the community for anybody interested in building something that will be pertinent to the Floor community. You can read all about the qualifications. Right, here is the Lyft program. Yeah, so this, you get a lot of perks with this. Not only are you going to get paid out of that money bucket if your project idea goes through, but you're also going to get the advice and expertise from the founders who all have really legitimate tech backgrounds. We'll go through who these people are. So these would be really great mentors for anybody building. Again, that compensation and support, Halo branding. So it will be under the Floor branding for you to get launched, which already has a pretty great grounding in the NFT space. So positive there as well. Yeah, so I will have
It's
this
cool.
here, yeah, for you to
So
read through.
it's like a grant program.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. What else? Oh, the $8 million of funding. These are the venture capitalists behind it. And I'm not going to go through all these. Do your own research on them. But yeah, you'll see some familiar names in here, crypto.com, Capital. So there's some big names for sure. And then this is the founding team. And Chris Mattern, who is in the middle here, he is super responsive in the Discord and on Twitter. I feel like I know him personally just from how chatty he is. Great guy, as far as I can tell from online. Again, don't take my advice. But what I think is really awesome here is that they just added Christine Brown to the team, who we see here. She is coming from Robinhood. She was the COO of Robinhood Crypto, and she just left to join this team. And they made a big announcement, had an AMA about it, and she has just been watching this project on the side while working at Robinhood and being like, whoa, they're really doing some amazing things here with community building an app, which is a fancy way of saying UX. And I agree with her. So I understand why she hopped ship. I think that's super rad that she's coming over. And then Chris has a background he used to lead mobile at Venmo, so really tech background. And he's worked at some other companies like Button, which previously raised $65 million. And the rest of the team, yeah, I'm not even going to try to say Sid Hartha's name. I'm so sorry. You can read about the rest of the team here and what they have been working on. He also worked with Chris for like over a decade on Button, so they all know each other for a while now. Great looking team. Let's talk about that alpha area and the community UX stuff going on inside of their Discord. So here is what I think is one of the best operating Discords I've seen. Anybody else with a NFT project, at the bare minimum, just look at this Discord and check out how it's organized, because it's pretty good in my opinion. Yeah, the normal stuff up at the top. But then this holders only area, which has a lot of really good alpha going on in it, great chat. They do have a meetup section here, which is pretty cool. I have seen a lot of people meeting up across the world through the Floor app, which is pretty rad. I wasn't really expecting that to come out of like a mobile app, but people are really like jazzed about this app. You guys, as a UX person, it's like a dream to find a community of user testers or like people who love your product who want to give you suggestions. So this whole like Floor app section here, they obviously do support, so they're getting all the like bug info in here, and this is where people pitch ideas, and like they're getting such good feedback. Like this just turns the UX world inside out and backwards to me. I don't think I'm ever going to be the same after seeing this. I can't think of a better way to do UX, honestly. Like these are the people that are passionate about the app. They are being really forward about what they want to see. And then also they're offering people we're really jazzed about this stuff to come in and build. So this is the utopia of projects.
Yeah.
So cool. And then they also do design feedback in here. So the whole shebang, and people are really participating in it. And I didn't show it on the app when I had it up, but you can also submit feedback straight from the app. And every time they do an update, they explain how you can do that. So you can like screenshot things and tell them where bugs are, which I think is pretty typical, but I don't know. It's pretty hard to get people to do that unless they're dedicated. Yeah. So really cool how they're doing this. So this is the alpha, super alpha area I was talking about. So this is where they drop their partnerships. And I will say, as somebody who's been in this project for, I guess, about 5-6 months now, I have been able to get on quite a few whitelists. So it does happen. It's not, I think there's 3,000 tokens. So your odds are pretty good, especially if you have one of those Gen 1 tokens with 6 entries.
Mhm.
And then again, they've got different discussion forums going on here for different projects and really good info coming through. The alpha channel. Yeah, there's just so much. This is a really good place to just know what is going on. I
It
feel
does look like it's really well organized.
it's really well organized. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the one thing that's really cool that came out of this that I want to just end with is, you'll see in here, there's some community projects and Floorcast. This is a podcast. I highly recommend also subscribing to this. Their website is floorcast.io. They have great info in this whole thing. It's really professionally done. So really all around, I think this is just a great project, great app.
Definitely solving a problem, which I think is really cool. We talk often
Mhm.
about utility with different projects. This clearly has utility. It's a product in and of itself, but it is leveraging blockchain, and I think it's really, really cool. I'm certainly going to go back and take a look at it. I think when you initially shared it with me, I was like, oh, it's more than I want to spend, but it's clearly very useful.
I hope I made you a believer, Queen.
Yeah.
And I hope I made our subscribers and watchers a believer. And if you do get into it and you like it, do come back and let me know, because I love to hear that I introduced somebody to something cool. But I would like to hear that I introduced you to something that made you lose all your money. So if that happens, don't tell me. And
Yeah.
with that, subscribe, like, follow us on social media, and we are out. And I gotta get this coat off because it's getting hot in here.
Yup.